Hey Riverside Church family, listen, we are so excited to announce that we are reopening Riverside Church for on-campus gatherings starting next Sunday, June 14th. Man, I know this is a day that many of you've been longing for, you've been praying for, and finally we are getting back to some type of normal here, right? We're going to have people together next Sunday worshiping from our on-campus locations. Now, before we kind of get into the details, I need to let you know that under the current guidance from our government, we are allowed to host up to 50 attenders for our on-campus gatherings. Now, I know some of you are already wondering, how in the world are we going to determine which 50 people of our entire church get to participate in services? I think that the best solution to this is through our small groups. We are asking that you as small group members, that you communicate with your small group leader of who will want to attend. So be watching your emails. We're going to be sending out an email and a schedule that will let you know when your small group gets to attend an on-campus gathering. And listen, if you serve in that small group hour, we have a plan for you as well. So you watch your email as well. Now listen, before we kind of get into the rest of the video, I need to take a moment and ask a couple things. First of all, if you find yourself symptomatic for any reason, a cough, a fever, we kindly ask you to just stay at home, right? Stay at home, get well, and when you are feeling better, you are more than welcome to come back here and worship with us. Secondly, if you find yourself in a situation where you're not quite yet comfortable meeting and gathering together, listen, that's okay. We as your church staff and your church family, we support you in whatever decision you make. So you just do you, right? As the saying goes. You make the best decision that you can make for yourself and for your family. And when that time comes that you feel comfortable gathering together, we'll see you then. Now, when you arrive for worship on Sunday, we need to let you know our plan of entry and exit for you. As you arrive, we're asking that you enter into the worship center through the east side foyer or the coffee bar side. Now, if you find yourself in the at-risk category for whatever reason, we have a different plan for you. We're asking that you instead would enter in through the west side. We just feel like that's going to give us the best possibility for your safety and the less probability that you run into someone that may be asymptomatic and unknowingly be able to kind of spread that virus to you. So if you're at risk, we're asking that you enter in through the west side foyer, and for everybody else, we're asking that you enter in through the east side. Now, when you show up and you're making your way into the worship center, I need to let you know that we are requiring face masks to enter into the building, so bring those with you as you enter. And as you know, as we are kind of making our way through the worship center here, you'll notice that all the doors, they are propped open for you, and the greeters will be here with masks and gloves to welcome you and kind of give you information as you make your way in. And as you are making your way through the worship center, you're going to notice that we have our designated 6-foot markings for social distancing. We're going to try to be really good stewards of this and try to be really good and intentional about keeping 6 feet of distance in between us. So as we make our way through everywhere, you're going to notice as you walk through the doors that all of the furniture, all of the chairs are going to be removed from the foyers. That's again trying not to gather too much and try to keep as much safety as we possibly can. We've also introduced a bunch of hand sanitizing stations, so please feel welcome to use those as your discretion as well. Now, what I'm about to say to you goes against everything in every church culture, but when you make your way into the worship center, you are going to have to find a new seat. Now, I know many of you've been sitting in the same seat for 25 years, but we're asking that because of our social distancing and our layout here in the worship center, you're probably going to have to find a new seat. So hey, it's a new day, it's time for a new seat. So as you walk in and you find your way into whatever row that you want to, we're asking for a couple things. First, that you enter into a row and you make your way down that entire row to the very end. As you sit down, please leave 3 open seats in between you and the next person sitting beside you. But families, since you live together, you can sit kind of clumped together there. You don't have to leave any open seats unless you just want to. Unless you need a break from the kids or your husband, just kind of move over a little bit. But we're asking that you just kind of practice as safe social distancing in the worship center at all times. So families, right behind me, you're going to be sitting in this section. Everyone else kind of have free range, right? We're trying to keep families as far away from our at-risk attenders as possible. Now again, if you find yourself in that at-risk demographic, we're asking that you sit on the section of stage right. So make your way through the west foyer and that first section there over stage right and enjoy your worship from there. Lastly, I just want to let you guys know that if you're symptomatic, if you're not feeling well, we ask you that you just stay home. We're going to continue to stream all of our services from this point forward, so you're going to be able to still worship with us just from home. So you get some time to feel better, and we'll see you back here when you're well. And secondly, if you find yourself in a situation where you're just like not yet comfortable coming back to an on-campus worship service, or you don't feel comfortable yet going over to your small group for a watch party on those off weeks, listen, you have the freedom and the support from your staff and your church to make the decision that you need to make. If you're just not comfortable yet, listen, you make that decision for you and your family. We are with you and we support you. Watch, stream it online, and when you feel ready to come back, we'll see you then.